Hey everyone, I'm so excited to spend some time with you. This is always really fun going live and getting to chat instead of, if you're into like the sped up videos and all that, I always like to say a reminder at the beginning that you can go check out my video library. I have some straight to the point DIY tutorials over there, but this is my time to like interact with y'all, do little giveaways, which we're doing tonight. And I'm going to explain that here when we get a little crowd that jumps on. I'm Summer with Hammond's Nest. If you've never met me, thank you for hanging out and clicking on this video and watching it. And I hope that you'll hang out and see our project come together. I am out of my home in North Louisiana in my studio. I like to try to say that every few times that I'm on because some people will watch me for a while and it's always fun to know where y'all are from too. So I like to share where I'm at and ready for the Easter weekend. Woohoo! I think this is the first time that I've been able to show y'all my new printable bundle live, so I'm excited to craft with that tonight. Get my sleeves up because I'm going to be painting tonight. And then I have some fun giveaways for anybody who sprinkles the video and comments that they did, just for some fun interaction. I've got a couple things, and I'm going to say it a couple times through. First off, I'm gifting away what I'm making tonight. I don't always do that, but this one is going to be so cute, so I'm gifting that away. So if I'm going to randomly pick some people through the video tonight, and we're working with my new printable bundle on mulberry paper, if you've never heard of that. And so I'm gifting away, there's 4 designs in my whole printable bundle, and I'm gifting away 2 pre-printed, because I'm working with this one, I'm gifting away 2 pre-printed bundles. So let me show you what these look like, and we'll talk about what these are, but so these are printed on mulberry paper. It almost looks like there's little feathers in the paper. It just adds a lot of texture. So look at these pretty designs. So one, it's got this pretty plaid behind it. And there's a birdhouse with a heart. Then there's another birdhouse. And then there's a bird on a branch. So some lucky person who sprinkles and comments tonight, which is something I don't always get to do, but I'm doing it tonight, is going to get these. And another person's going to get these. And then another person's going to get the actual project that I make tonight. Yeah. This is my daughter's sweatshirt. I stole it today. I stole it. I have to make sure not to get paint on it or I'll have to replace it for her. We call each other silly goose all the time in our house. So, and she calls her friends that. That's like a thing. So anyway, so to be entered, for this little gift away tonight, just sprinkle. Let me know you sprinkled. And I'm going to pick some random people. I'm going to stop and go back through the comments and just let it be super random. And then I'll also give what we're working. So what are we working on tonight? So I'm going to be using obviously one of my bird printables. I think I'm going to use the one in the nest. Actually, I know I am because I have some words that I printed out. So these look very different printed on cardstock versus printed on mulberry paper. So I don't have any to show you with the cardstock, but there's a link in front of you. It's not the same exact as rice paper, no. The mulberry paper has a lot more like texture and like, see the little, almost like bird feathers? It's absolutely perfect for this. So the color is not gonna be quite as vibrant because of the textured paper. So, but you'll be able to see the designs if you're interested in them. You get digital designs and you can print them out. There's multiple sizes. You can print them out as many times as you want. You can do craft parties with them. That's a fun idea. Get a ladies luncheon together or get some friends together and use your designs. So there's no rules there. But so we're working with this tonight. This is a little picture frame I picked up. I think I liked it because it had a spot for a 4x6 photo and it had a spot for maybe some words or a bow or something down there. So that's what we're going to do with this one tonight. So I got this one at Dollar General. You might could find something similar in the Walmart craft section, but here, this is what it looks like all the way around. I think it was just a few dollars. So I like it. I think it's going to look really pretty. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually take this apart. And we're going to get started. Oh, actually, let me show you this. So I'm going to use, like I said, I'm going to use the nest design. We're going to come back to that. And I didn't double check that I was live in the right spot, but I think I am, according to the crowd that's with us. Let me see. I have been known to go live in the wrong spot. So give me a little heart. Tell me what you're doing today. Something. Let me know what you're up to. Hey, Faith. Hey, Cheryl. Lori. Thank y'all for sprinkling. I can't wait to choose a few sprinklers. Yeah, so it has a fiber that rice paper doesn't, Kimberly says. So yeah, there's a difference in it. It has a similar feel to it, but with that extra texture. It does. Hey, Becky. It's going to be so cute. So if you want to pop in there and you've sprinkled and I hadn't picked anybody yet and you want to tell me you sprinkled again, you're welcome to comment that again if you'd like. Just so that it stays in the comments. Just interact with me. Tell me what you're up to today. I've got a couple of designs, decals, that I printed out on some stenciling sticker. Cheryl's crafting today. Marianne likes the frame. Yes. Okay. Look. It's so pretty. Lisa says she has some of the mulberry paper too. Lorraine, I know what you mean. I've been cleaning too. If you can see it right now, you'll see it better when I weed it out, but it says bless our nest, and that's going to go on the bottom. So I actually, here's a little decal silhouette Cricut tip for you. Sometimes when I'm working with small fonts like this, or I'm doing it on a small project, I'll go ahead and print too, because I might mess one up. But maybe we won't mess one up. And if I don't mess one up and I have this extra one, I might throw it in somebody's Happy Mail, whoever I choose. So let's see if we won't mess this up. So here's the idea. I'm going to take this and I'm going to leave the words. I'm going to place it down and then I'm going to go over it. So stay tuned for the process, but it's going to be a reverse stencil. So I'm not going to fill it in, if that makes sense. And if you've ever worked with Cricut or anything like that, I originally was going to just stamp something. And then I was like, well, I could try this method and see. The font I chose is pretty thin. So that's why I was like, well, if I can't get it to weed right, then I'll just do it the other way. There's usually a couple different techniques you could try. I'm using just a stenciling vinyl. It looks like it's coming out pretty good. All right. So it's Thursday, y'all. Good Friday is tomorrow. If y'all are hosting any Easter company, you're probably getting your grocery list ready if you already hadn't been to the grocery store, getting your house cleaned. We've been working on our yard because my nieces will come over and hunt eggs. We live out in the country, so we have a pretty good little yard for Easter egg hunting. And we're hoping the weather's real nice. Of course, go to church on Sunday. Thank you for sprinkling. I do love my stamping. I really do, but I was like, let me just play it safe here because I'm gifting this one away tonight. So I want to play it safe. And if I get a crooked stamp on the only frame that I have, and I thought it would be really cute to do like a label maybe on fabric, and I could have redone that one over and over again, but we're going to keep that. So there's what that looks like before I put it down. So now I'm going to grab it with some clear contact paper and put it on this frame. Pat says she's cleaning, getting ready for family to come for Easter. The grands aren't coming all 8, but having other family. Oh, hey, Sue. Yeah, so sometimes the text lags. I send out the text a few minutes before I hop on. Sometimes it takes a little while. Okay, so I'm grabbing this decal here. We're just going to burnish it a little bit. This is just one option for getting words on a project. There are many, y'all. Y'all know I love my rubber stamps and different printables. Hey, Haley from Oklahoma. Oh, Marianne says she's looking forward to seeing her 2-year-old granddaughter hunt Easter eggs. It is the sweetest. So I would love for y'all, I know it's hard to tell stories in just the comments. I'm so good, but see, just a little snippet like what Marianne shared just makes me smile. I love that. Sprinkled, awesome. That would be nice. Y'all know I love birds. And these are my new bird printables. If you saw a link when you popped up, this is just me showing y'all the new designs. And you can see them better because these are printed on mulberry paper, so it loses some of the vibrant design, but there's a pretty plaid behind it. Those are all 4 that you get. They're called, I called it the Feathered Friends Bundle. Isn't that cute? But if y'all have a little funny story, like a little snippet of Easter, let's share those tonight because that's so fun. I probably won't be live again before actual Easter. My favorite one for my daughter, this is my oldest daughter, she'll be 15 in May. So when she was little, she was not worried about how many eggs she got, y'all. So it was really cute watching her, but then it was like, okay. So we would take her to like, church Easter egg hunt, any kind of public Easter egg hunts. And she would just have to pick them up one by one and open them up to see what was in them before she would go put another one in her basket. It was like she wanted the surprise of what was in there. She just couldn't wait. She's officially starting next week, Trisha, my assistant. And she'll be with me just for a few hours, like a few days a week. And she would just pick them up, y'all, and I'd be like, okay, well, they're all going to run out. And all the kids, you know, all around her are just in a whole nother world than her, which I just always thought was really sweet that she took that opportunity to hunt eggs like that. She wasn't concerned, and she could see all the eggs being picked up. It's just the sweetest thing. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Jolyn. Oh, good, Pat. Yeah, we're going to transform this. I got a before picture. I'll throw this up on the blog, too, with a before and after and a supply list and everything for y'all. I'm just burnishing this stencil real quick, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do. So I've got, there we go. So I'm trying something. I don't even know if I've done this exact method, what I'm about to do tonight. I can't remember. The projects all run together. This is just clear polyacrylic. You could use Mod Podge. You can use your background color. You can use whatever to do this. What I'm doing is I'm sealing off just around the Bless Your Nest decal so that we protect the paint that I'm about to put over this whole entire thing. So we protect it from bleeding under, because we're going to come back and peel up these letters. And then we're going to antique wax over it. And then so we're protecting the natural wood underneath there with the Bless Our Nest. And so when we pull those stickers back and we put that wax on, that wax is going to stain the wood that we're currently protecting with these words. I hope that makes sense. Probably makes sense more when you have a visual to go along with it. So I'm just making sure that I have a good bit of this polyacrylic on there. I know, isn't it sweet, Marianne? And she didn't care. Like, we would leave some public egg hunts with like 3 eggs. That's it. When she was little. Just because she savored it. She took it in. She wanted, each egg was so special. Kimberly said, I used to do the baby powder on the bottom of, oh, Pawpaw's slippers. Oh, that's so cute for the little Easter bunny. I love that. That's a great tradition. I would love to know y'all's traditions. By the way, I saw the coolest post today, and I have to remind, WM Design House, if y'all can remember that. WM Design House, my friend Wendy over there, she posted a reel or a blog post today on her Facebook page, WM Design House, about dyeing eggs with silk scarves. I mean, silk scarves and neckties. And it was the coolest. I mean, it was, you know, like a true craft project. Like, it had steps, but it was the neatest thing. You'll have to go check that out. It just randomly popped in my head. Okay, so now we've got the polyacrylic over here. It's going to dry for just a second. Just a minute before we put paint on. Thank you for sprinkling. I'm about to pick my first person while I'm waiting on this to dry. And I'm going to give them a printed out bundle of all 4 designs in 4x6. Now, if you buy the digital designs, you get like a 4x6, a 5x7, 8x10, and an 8x8. And you can adjust those, like on your computer. Everybody has different programs, so they're able to do different things. But you can adjust those to your projects, and you can print them out as many times as you want. You have the designs. You can either, there was a link in front of you whenever you hopped on, or you can type the word, comment the word bundles, and you'll get a link to my page with my bundles that you can buy. Okay, let me pick a winner. Let me pick a winner, and then we're going to start painting. Ah. Michelle Phillips. Michelle, let me write down your name. Michelle Phillips, are you still watching? Michelle with 1 L. Hang on, I'm gonna heart your comment so I can jot it down real quick. Let's see, Michelle with 1 L. So I'm gonna, you'll have to text me or email me. So you can text me at that number right there, 318-414-8279, or hammondsnest@gmail.com. Send me your mailing address. So you get a bundle, and I've got another bundle and what I'm making tonight. So let's get to it. Look, let's keep going. This is fun. Terry says, I'm in charge of desserts for 20 to 30 people. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Any suggestions? Well, I don't have that many people, but something super simple that we made last weekend that I'm going to make again for mine is because it's strawberry season in a lot of places, like good strawberries up for grabs. And I'm going to make strawberry shortcake. Just strawberry with the sugar and have the angel food cake and the whipped cream. Super simple. I was really wanting to do strawberry pie, but I don't have time to cook that. So, okay, I am going to be going over this with the color Prairie Sage. If anybody's got great dessert options, y'all let her know. Folk Art Prairie Sage. I bet y'all expected me to choose white. I was going to, I really was, because it's a good classic pick. Ooh, banana pudding. There you go. I think I may be the only person in the world that doesn't like banana pudding, Lorraine. Is that, I know it's so classic, but I don't know, it's just, I like bananas. I'm going to read some more of y'all's Easter stuff. Let me get to painting this, though. Okay. I'm going to get this color on real quick. So we're going to go over the whole thing. And grab a little paintbrush. Oh, lemonade pie now. I love citrusy, fruity stuff like that. Like I love strawberries and lemons and limes. Okay. Ooh, Rice Krispie treats. Those are pretty easy. And you might can use cookie cutters, right? To make them in cute little egg shapes or something. Okay, I'm going right over the words. This is such a pretty color, but we are going to antique it a little bit. But look how gorgeous this color is. Now it's still wet. But if you like green grays that have a real strong sage look, you would like that Prairie Sage color. It's nice. Hey, Christine. Ooh, strawberry shortcake trifle. Okay, and Jenny, I have seen too the little strawberry shortcake where they cut it up in squares and they make the little kebabs. That is adorable, I think, too. Ooh, I forgot. Let me hop to this because we got a decoupage, but I need some white on the background of this. I forgot about that. I'm using just a vintage white color by Folk Art. I need this to be drying because we're going to decoupage on the rice paper on it. So let me get some of that on there. I'm messing up some brushes tonight. Okay. And it is very rare. It's not because I don't want to gift what I make, but sometimes I keep what I make. I keep a lot of what I make. And then I maybe gift it to friends, like local friends. All right. I turned on the fan and I got hot all of a sudden. I don't know why. Hang on, let me make sure I got enough paint on here. And then I'll be able to set that to the side and let it dry. I bet y'all are sharing some good desserts in the... Share what you're cooking for Easter. We'd love to know. To experience it vicariously through the comments. All right, that needs to dry. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's hop back to the sage. Sorry, I should have gone ahead and done that. So now I'm getting pretty decent coverage, especially because I'm going to go back over this color with a little antique wax anyway. So I'm just going to do one coat. Isn't it a beautiful green though? This is so funny because this is very similar to one of my paint colors. My laundry room is painted this color. It's like it's called Rushing River by Sherwin-Williams. I don't know if any of y'all have that color in your house, but it's a really, really pretty green gray. Oh, Terry said you actually reminded me of something my mom used to make. It was yellow cake with strawberry jello and cool. And now doesn't that scream Easter? She would add colored shredded coconut and sprinkle jelly beans there. That's classic. That sounds lovely. So if you're watching and you haven't got to sprinkle yet and you want to get a chance to win what I'm making or my other printable bundle, we're just inviting friends tonight and sprinkling. Okay. All right, just a little upper part left, and it's drying very pretty. Y'all see how pretty that color is? Like gorgeous. Now, it doesn't look quite as green. Like my shirt's like a guacamole green. So it's definitely more of a neutral green, which I love. Stephanie says we're having a first ever Easter party with all your beautiful grandchildren, having red velvet cake and strawberry pie. I know, Rebecca. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that that had to be put on halt for now. I don't know if we'll ever be able to bring it back. She's talking about the free group, the creative sharing group. But it really had gotten really big and kind of out of hand, and it was just a lot of, my goodness, it was so much spam and solicitation, and it was just a lot. Make sure you're following along on the page, and there's opportunities to share different stuff within the comments of things I post and all that. And you can always send it to me too. I love seeing y'all's creations. I'm not really putting on a full second coat. I'm really just using like the paint on my brush and the paint that was on the plate. Now I'm going to let that dry. Let's make sure. I'm going to let that dry and make sure I get all my steps right. Bring back out this little piece. Hey Connie, how are you? Hey Stephanie, thank you. Big breakfast for Easter, Joe. That sounds great. I love hearing about y'all's traditions. It's just all about getting together and celebrating our Savior. That's what I meant. I was trying to finish my thought. Hey Jenny, we are grilling chicken with cheese and bacon. Dessert is carrot bundt cake. That reminds me of my childhood, Jenny. One of my favorite desserts when I was a kid was carrot cake. And I'm not sure I have had it in a very long time as an adult. Okay, so we're going to grab, these are printed, like again, just as a reminder for those who are joining us, these are printed on rice paper. Not rice paper, sorry, mulberry paper. And it looks a little different than rice paper because it's got all these fibers running through it. Kind of looks like bird feathers. Not really sure what it is, but perfectly fitting for our bird project tonight. So we're going to use the bird nest printable here. Again, if you want to see this bundle and some other printable designs that you can get the digital prints and print them yourself, it's just comment bundles and you'll get it to your inbox. Okay, so I'm going to use some Mod Podge, if I have some. I'm going to need Mod Podge. I'm still working on getting my studio fixed up, y'all. If y'all didn't see my bow making station, that got finished. And I got my magazine boards or comic book boards that I'm going to wrap all my fabric around that are going to go down in that cabinet underneath here. And so they just came in today. My daughter messaged me and she said, "What in the world did you order, Mama? This box is so heavy." And I guess maybe they're just really heavy duty boxes. All right, I'm putting some just decoupage glue right over on the top here. Spread that around. Make sure I don't put it on too thick. I might have to take some off. I could have also done the dried glue heated up thing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm sure it's a little area. I'm sure it'll decoupage just fine. And I'm sure whoever gets this will love it. Don't you think? Okay. Now, I'm going to try, and the cool thing about like using this kind of paper or rice paper is it's thicker. Like this mulberry paper and the rice paper, they're thicker. They're easier to decoupage with, a lot easier to move around. See how I can just lift it up and move it around? It's not like napkins or tissue paper or even like regular computer paper sometimes. I'm just going to smooth it out. From the center out. That looks really good. Make sure I got plenty of glue on the corners there. That looks good. Okay, so we got a good little decoupage. So now you can see the design a lot better because I painted it white. So you're able to see the plaid a lot better. So see how it gets a little bit more opaque because of the white behind it. Okay, so let me get off the edges. I know, I do too. I don't know what took me so long to get some of it. It has been in and out of my Amazon cart. Like, save for later. You know, I buy craft supplies like a crazy person, so I try to show some kind of restraint, I guess. And then tell myself and talk myself out of certain things. But I'm having such a fun time. So it's been a year now that I've been designing printable bundles every month. And I just love it so much. I didn't know whether I would. So, but now I'm like, we're about to start definitely going to continue with this. So start trying to make sure y'all have more ideas to use with these, because so many people do buy the bundles. I'm just scoring the edges to get rid of them. But every decoupage medium, every, you know, material that you decoupage with is all a little different, you know. There's so much you can do. Okay, that looks great. Oh, get rid of that. So there we go. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? I just have design software that I use, Susan. I don't draw them or anything. I lay out certain elements and layer different things that I find. And okay, so this is going to look so pretty, but we are going to antique. But look how just the process. We haven't removed the stencil yet, but look how beautiful that color is. It'll be antique slightly, but it's a really, really pretty color. Let me see what I need to do next. I'm gonna pull up the Bless Our Nest. I'm gonna be kind of sad. I may have to go make another one. Y'all know I love birds. Go get another frame here. When I get a little bit closer to the end of this project, I'll pick the other recipient of the printable bundle and the recipient of this. Y'all just hang out. Thank you, Wendy. It is a perfect color scheme. I can't believe how close this prairie sage color is to my my wall colors. I love green grays. And I use a lot of sage in my house and a lot of greens and deep greens. You know, when you like vintage, a lot of things were green. There's a lot of green. There's every color palette, but okay, so I do too, Stephanie. I love birds. And I don't know, I know I did a printable last, I think it was one of my free printables, because I give away a free printable every month. And I think it was birds last year. And it said, "Then Sings My Soul." I think that's what it was. It said, "Then Sings My Soul." That one was like a year ago. But other than that, I don't think I did anything with, no, I did one during the winter. I did a winter birdhouse. But this whole bundle is called the Feathered Friends, and it's all themed for the birds. So I'm pretty excited about it. And if you missed it, I'll hold the designs up here again. Or you can click that link or comment bundles and you'll get a link to see them. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I love showing you process. So now we've got the words pulled up. And now we're about to go over the whole thing with antiquing wax. And I'm using some folk art antique wax. Oh, this must be a new thing, or maybe I didn't open it. Oh yeah, is it, Marianne? She said hers is the same color scheme. Oops. So this is just kind of like paint, but a little bit thinner. You could use a color wash too. Doesn't have to be an antique wash. Doesn't have to be an antique glaze. You could use watered down paint or just another paint color and then wipe it back. But look how pretty this is going to look. About to go right over that. So now this antique wax just stained the Bless Our Nest. Sorry, I guess maybe we might have company. Rusty, come here. Rusty, are you protecting me? Are you protecting me? Come here. You want to say hi? Say hi. Say I'm out of the cone of shame. Yeah, look, it looks like his little black tear. Look, I'm making Rusty. He said, I don't care. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this back. And so it completely stained the words, but it only is glazing the paint. And I'll show you what I mean. And we'll go around the edges a little bit too. Thank you, Rebecca. So see how it completely stained the words? So now we're gonna keep going with the antique glaze. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. One important thing. I'm gonna distress, I meant to do this before I did this. I got too excited. I'm gonna distress a little bit around the edges because I want that stain to pick up, or the glaze, the antique glaze. I want it to pick up and be a little stronger in some areas. So we're just gonna kind of focus on the edges because that gives a lot of character to the corners, and that way we're re-exposing the wood, and that antiquing glaze can fully get down in there. He is so beautiful, isn't he? He is extra fluffy because he just got back from the groomers. He's like a giant fluff ball. Lola, just by sprinkling and commenting and let me know you did, that's all. Just to invite friends to watch with us. Okay. There we go. So the glazing is going to be pretty minimal because I don't want to lose the beautiful sagey color. But see how I'm rubbing it on here, and it's going to get those exposed wood. This is called a little Gator zip sander. You can find them on Amazon, Walmart. Just Gator brand. Just like a little, it's called a micro sander. Okay, and then I'm just using a baby wipe, that's all. No, Waverly Wax is pretty similar too, or like I said, you can, oh, I gotta distress this. Or you could use a watered down paint. Make your own color wash. Well, hello, Lorraine's husband. I hope you're enjoying your movie. What movie are you watching? I have a gator. I have a bigger gator one too. All right, now I'm just taking kind of what's on my baby wipe, and I'm just rubbing it along the edges to help it match everything. Color scheme is very, very pretty. Let's see. We'll get some more on here. So I can kind of see it's not really changing the tone too much, too dramatically, but giving it some character. Okay, I think we're done with that. We are almost finished, y'all. We just got to make a cute little bow. Yes, we're going to make a bow, and I'm pulling out of my fabric scraps tonight. I'm going to add a darker color around the edge too, a little bit probably. But isn't that beautiful? So just like that, that almost looks, I mean, something you buy, huh? Which is good, but it's handmade. Okay. So we're going to leave that be. Let that dry a little bit. Oh yeah, that's a pretty, pretty color scheme, y'all. That is gorgeous. Isn't that so pretty? I can't believe I'm giving this away. If you have sprinkled during the video, tell me again. Tell me again. Tell me something you love about it, and then I'm going to make a bow while we're waiting on that, and then I'll pick up my last couple winners. Okay, so put that out of the way. Where did I get the bigger ones from? Oh, you're asking somebody else that. Okay, I think I think I want to go ahead and just put that back on there. I want this to look nice from behind. Now I'm not going to finish the back, but I'm going to clean up the, since this is going to someone, clean up all that extra paint back there. It's just a handy little thing if you don't have one. I think it's probably the thing that people like the most out of the crafty gadgets and stuff. Yeah, isn't that pretty? It's very gorgeous. It's very gorgeous. So we're just gonna make a sweet and simple little bow to go on it. Let me pull out my scraps. You want to see my scrap basket? Don't laugh. Okay, so I keep a little bit of everything. Always have some Osnaburg in here. I bet y'all assumed I was going to use that. Let me see if I like this green. I feel like it pulls some of the other green out of the picture. So let's use some of that. I like that. And, oh, I like this. That's going to pull out the bluebird. We don't want to overpower the art and the words, but we will enhance it. How about that? You should. You should treat yourself, Joy. Okay, so yeah, I think this is our color scheme. And that's going to draw your eyes to that. like Amy so nicely put it. And the words would be pretty in white too, but I really just maybe kind of want it to be a little subtle. I kind of like it. I love the art so much, and I just thought I really wanted that to pop. And so let's do that. Let's just use this. This is just to hold my ribbon. We're just gonna make a quick little rag bow. Nothing, oh, I gotta figure out how big it's gonna be. Just remember, I don't know that. Let's see. Okay, I think it needs to be a little bit longer than that. This is just Osnaburg, kind of like muslin. I think it's even in the muslin family. Okay, so let's see. If I made one this big, this is how I decide how big my bows are gonna be. Okay, I like that. I think even just a simple little, gosh, I kind of like the simplicity of just something like that. Let me see what it looks like. This is where embellishing is always the tricky part. I think I'm in my simple phase this year. I've been trying to simplify more, and even with my decorating and stuff, I've been thinking, I'll just simplify things. But let's just make a simple with still all the colors. Let's see what that looks like. And whoever gets this, if y'all don't like the bow, you can always pull it off and replace it with something. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the green and the blue. The Osnaburg green, I want a little bit thinner than this though. This is me using up my scraps. Don't know how these get in the scrap thing all the time, but I think it did, because the stain matches the color of the nest, so I think it's actually really pretty. All right, and I'm gonna trim this up, but I'm trying to figure out just how big to make it. That's what I'm doing. I froze? Oh no, am I frozen? Gosh, I hope not. I'm gonna keep that one for the top piece. All right, I'm just gonna do 2 strips of each. That's all I'm doing. So I'm layering, and then I'm gonna put a top strip of the Osnaburg, because I just love the creamy. And all I'm doing is just making, like, I always say that I'm making my little awareness bow. And so it's just like a little shoestring bow, and it just goes right in. You can do it in your hand, or if you have something to hold it, like a, what's that one called? Not like this one. It's called the Bodabra, I think. I'll sometimes get confused on which ones. But yeah, the Bodabra has it where you can hold it like this. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to catch you. You're glad to caught me live too, Linda. All right, and lastly, so now I have 2 of each piece, all kind of just the same sitting on there. And then I'm gonna use this one, which is a little bit shorter and a little bit smaller, to kind of layer right on top. So that's what it looks like before I take it off. And I gotta have string. I thought I had string sitting around here. Oh, I might have buried it on accident in my, hold on, I've lost my string. I might have buried it in my scrap bucket. I'm gonna have to go searching for it. I've got other string in here though. Probably got some scrap. There's a scrap piece right there. All right, so let me take this out of the bow maker. All right, so y'all let me know. Vote for, I know everybody puts Spanish moss in there, but I love Spanish moss. Should we put some Spanish moss underneath the bow? Just a little bit for some texture? I kind of think we should. Just a little bit, not over the top. Am I still frozen? Oh, I love rag bows too, for sure. I have to pull this up towards the center. Oh, there's my tail. I was like, where did that tail go? It got Willy Wonka'd when I tied it. So now I'm just going to kind of pull on this because these are all different sizes anyway, and I'm going to trim it up. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to trim it up so it doesn't have a lot hanging down, but then I'm going to tatter the edges just a little bit because of the fresh cut. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is already. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, hold on. We got to get some, before we do this and layer all this, I got the Walnut Stain Distress Ink. That's just a little bit darker than what I was using. I'm going to take that and just give it a little bit more character. Ooh, around the edges, right on top of where I had kind of stained. That helps me kind of see. This is so pretty, y'all. It looks really, 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 really good. Okay, so that was just a little bit. I just gave it a little bit more character. That's all, just to kind of help make the picture pop and the corners pop. Get a little bit heavier on the corners. I'm almost, this thing is like, there's nothing else in me, and I just keep squeezing it out. Okay. Thank y'all so much for hanging out, for sprinkling. And, okay, so one more time. We have all the parts. Now we have some moss. Because I think we should just do a little bit of moss. Just to, it almost reminds me of like what's in a bird's nest. I'm just going to do one little layer of really messy moss. But I think it's going to look really pretty. So I got my glue gun. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of that on there. I'm just going to move it around just a little bit with this spatula. Okay, so that is going to lay underneath, and then I'm going to layer the bow on top. Okay, we trim that up. Now we're going to layer the bow on top, and then we need a centerpiece for our bow. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, make sure some of our moss is kind of sticking up every which way. Oh, I gotta hold it. It was like, hold on, I wasn't dry yet. Of course you can say that, Jolyn. No, that's sweet. Thank you for the encouragement. I just wanted a little bit of texture behind that bow. I didn't want it to take over and be all messy, but... Okay, before I put a centerpiece on the bow, hold on. Let me pick another sprinkler for the other printable bundle. And I have got Mary Martinez. I'm going to heart your comment where you said you sprinkled. I'm going to write your name down. And you can either text me if you're on my text list, or you can email me. That's my text number, 318-414-8279. Or you can email me at hammondsnest.com. hammondsnest@gmail.com. Mary Martinez. And then when I'm done, you're getting this other printable bundle that's printed out on the mulberry paper with all 4 designs. Aren't those pretty? I got a couple birdhouses, the one in the nest. Do you see the difference though after you paint it white and then decoupage it, how different the design looks because it just made it so much more vibrant. The paint behind it really does matter, but it gives it just some extra texture that you wouldn't have naturally gotten. So, all right, and after I put a little centerpiece on here, I'll choose, I thought that little greenery, I had this pulled too, but I don't think, I think it's got plenty going on. So, but I could either use this as a centerpiece or a button. So you can see that little Green's Baby Breath. I could just grab a little bunch of it and use it as the center of the bow. Or I could just do a handy dandy, always reliable button. Kind of hard to pick. So this is the button. Just a sweet little button. I love a good button bow now. Or I put some distress ink on it. Or what do y'all think about the Green Baby's Breath? Oh. I feel like it gives it an extra natural element. I think I'm going to go with the green. Okay, let me see what y'all, let me give y'all just a second. Tell me what you think. Let me take a sip of water. Just say button or the other thing. What would you call it? Oh, I got a couple buttons. No, a button's just classic, right? Okay, I'm getting a lot of put a button. That is a safe choice. But just for the record, I really like the little Green Baby's Breath because it pulls from the green in the picture. But our green, we're playing with all the colors anyway, so it looks great, y'all. It looks good. Let me take a little bit of this distress ink and just give this button a smidge more character before I I'm getting votes now for green, so some people are seeing my vision. I think either is a great choice. Whoever gets this, just know. Okay, one more reminder. If you sprinkled, you can go ahead and comment it again because I'm about to pick somebody. This was so much fun. Thursday night crafting. If you want to know the next time I'll be live, you can text me at 318-414-8279, or you can actually comment the word phone and you'll get a link to sign up for my text list. And I usually just notify a few minutes before I'm going to be live. Can't go wrong with a button. Either would be cute. So if y'all make something like this, I think both complement the design. So, but we can't go wrong. We can never go wrong with a button. How cute is that? Oh my goodness. And see, sometimes when I hold it up, I can see. Just kind of want to trim that. Got our little wild Spanish moss. So see, the Spanish moss was just a nice little subtle touch. I think it looks great. This is so pretty. Okay. And let's see who it's gonna be. Let's see who it's gonna be. I promise you it's super random, and I am just scrolling through the comments. Oh, my big button finally came unglued. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to miss this one. I am going to miss this one, I have to say. Okay. Let's see. Oh, who did I pick? Pam Pape. Pam Shields Pape. I picked you, my friend. I'm hearting your comment. And I have got this for you. If it is not your style, please bless someone else with it. Gift it to them. Use it as a gift or whatever. It is yours. And you can text me or email me at hammondsnest@gmail.com. Pam Shields Pape. Congratulations, my friend. Okay, well, this was so much fun hanging with y'all tonight. Thank you for chatting with me and sharing all your fun Easter traditions. I hope you have a blessed Easter with your family. And I had a great time creating this, as always. I hope you picked up some fun crafty tips or that you're inspired to make something similar. If you, as a reminder, if you want to see the bird bundle, you can comment bundle and you can see the designs. And if you want to sign up for my text list, you can comment the word phone. I have these little things set up to give y'all the information quicker, so you don't have to wait on me and message me. And sometimes I might miss messages. And so I love having this feature where you can comment something and get a message from me. And it does. Well, I love green, so it's not surprising. See, it matches me. If you are interested, look, if you are interested in ever joining us over in the Creative Nest DIY membership group, it's basically a virtual crafting club. And we have exclusive tutorials every week. We do go into a private Facebook group. You can comment the word club and you can find some more information about that. I just always want to put out an invitation to that. I'm not sure if I'm going to close the doors soon for new members. I'm trying to think about the next time that we're going to make a big deal out of it and tell people about it. But I always like to say, if you are into this and you love the breaking it down and having it taught to you and all that, we'd love to have you as a Nest sister. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Happy Easter. Have a wonderful, wonderful time with your family. I hope that it is a truly blessed weekend and the weather's nice where you are. And if it's not, that you make the very best of it. So until we create something next time, I'll see y'all later, okay? Bye-bye.